again.
So we are at Carley State Park. There's a few trails. It's kind of, there are some difficult areas, but we came today here specifically for the bluebells. Come on. Roo. So there's a tree that's about to go, but the trails here usually kind of, I think they start off a little boring. There's some other flowers. Not exactly too positive on what they are, but they do get more interesting as we go. So here, I don't know where we are, we're right here, I believe. So I usually go down to this lookout and round, and then kind of this, and the bluebells are usually right about there. Let's go to the lookout. You're coming upon the lookout right now. To the river. But there may be some bluebells. Usually they're over by the campground area or picnic area. We got some vegetation starting on some of the trees now. So, coming up on what I kind of call more dead zone. There's a lot of downed trees through here. And yes, there was logging taking place at this park. They do say when you're on this trail to look for evidence. It's usually more down this corner here. You find the evidence of that. Sorry, Rue wants to stop and get all her sniffs in. I tried to let her, but we're going on 5 to 10 minutes of sniffing one spot. It's being a bit much. So now you'll notice as we get closer to the river, there's a lot more thickets around here. Okay, the best thing about this time of year is how clear it is in the wooded sections. And water is really low. You always stop. I always let Rue loose because she shouldn't have to jump up on those when she can walk across. But she chooses to jump on those anyways. It's a little crooked. There's the bridge that's making all the ruckus. Now we're going to go across the other one, which is a little bit higher. Looks like somebody lost part of a fence or possibly a fort. This is why I say plan on getting your feet wet at certain parks. I have waterproof shoes. Granted, they are just shoes. And these are not straight by any means. But I'm going to stop and get a picture right here. That's crossing. Now, Rue has never actually really been scared of crossing those blocks, but I have seen a lot of dogs that just absolutely hate it. So, we are here. So I usually, this one goes up, but today we want to see the bluebell, so we're going to take more this one. And we'll still get to go up, but that'll be more for the flowers. Now we're on the trail and it goes that way, but over this way, there's a few flowers. Not sure if they're bluebells, and I'm not venturing through it to see. But this right here is kind of a floodplain, so if it's really wet and rainy, it may be underwater or a little swampy. Okay, gotta let Rue off so she can jump over this. Okay. I always let her off to navigate her own way over these. So, I love when they put these benches up and to give you a nice view. And your view is a big dead tree. So, but you can kind of see, I'll zoom in on the log down below in the water, see the view. Okay. So, you'll notice up here there's a teepee. Some people say these are made by like Bigfoot or Sasquatch or some cryptid. More than likely it's made by a Boy Scout troop for education purposes. So, I'm just going to take you to the river. We're not going to quite cross yet. Well, we might as well go across. So we'll have to go back that way. So, maybe I can dump her poop bag. Again, oops, hold up, hold. Okay. But see, letting her try to navigate that with a leash pulling her back is not safe. Especially when she listens like no tomorrow and is oblivious to wildlife on the trail. Real. So you can kind of see how these blocks can create kind of a dam effect, which is why it's a little bit wider upstream than it is down, because it's starting to dam up right here. So there's some bluebells. We did have a hard freeze last night. I'm pretty sure here wasn't affected as much because of the river, but it's usually late April, early May, the bluebells come out. Come on, Ru, this way. And this is kind of a place that's right around here is where they usually are when they are out there. Looks like they're starting to come out. It'll be a little more prevalent though, I'm assuming, after this weekend. Some years they're out in forest and others just barely out, but you can kind of see them. Problem is with our weird no precipitation winter we had here, like maybe 2 days of snow that didn't stay. I got a picture of Rue on that log surrounded by bluebells last year, but because of our winter, just don't know how prevalent they'll be this year. But they're starting to come. So these ones here look really healthy. There's some of them, can't tell if they're just starting. So you can see there's kind of a trail here, but it's an unofficial trail. And if you do come here with a dog, they should be on leash anyways, but especially during bluebell season. This isn't really a busy park, but it's very busy during bluebell season. And when you're walking through this, try to avoid the native grasses as much as you can. Don't know there's a route here. Just trying to get out on the real trail. Okay. I just spotted a spot of bluebells over here. So there's some steps going up over there, right here. So I kind of see them along this nice sunny hill here. Now we are heading up the steps. Sorry about that. Oh, look at what's going on there? So you can tell she'd prefer the dirt path. Oh. So there's a pretty deep gorge caused by the spring floods usually. But look at the size of that tree over there, that evergreen. Sucker's huge. And you have all these from the wind. I'm assuming we've had non-stop for pretty much a week. If you want to hear it, go to my video of Kinnikick State Park over in Wisconsin. Whew, that was a windy day. Wow, look at those. Oh my god, it smells so good. You can smell that. She spotted a squirrel up ahead. That's what she does. She just perks up. She doesn't bark. She doesn't actually even react. She just pricks her ears. But if you're gonna hike around here, though, especially this time of year, you definitely want to layer up. You know, pulled in, it was 40 degrees. It's probably can get up to the upper 50s today, but and sometimes it can start out 30 degrees and end up in the 70 degree range. So I headed over here. Again, I have to cut through this to hit the other trail, I believe. But first, in goes the poop. So that way is the hiking trail. We're going to come back to that. But for right now, whenever we see these little offshoots, we usually end up going just to check it out. So just went across these. Over there's a little island. We like to usually go swimming in these, but today she wants to eat grass, I guess. Right here. I can get cooled off a little. Again, letting her off leash because I don't know how she's going to find her way over this. With a little help from Mom, I guess. Look at that. Oh. Don't see that too often. Got mushrooms growing over there. Just thought you'd like to enjoy the nice view here on this trail. And up above the river and so we've reached the edge of the park here, not the edge of the trail. Right over there is what, it's either a pasture or a hayfield. My bet is it's a hayfield. And here's this really wonky, questionable bridge. It really does need to be fixed. But let me just put you down so you can, I am straight right now. Look, level. Look at that bridge. So. Okay, Rue, which way? Which way we go? Hiking club or the other one? You want to do the other one? Okay. So we are right here. We're going to go up here, it looks like. And then back down. So. Looks like that's the way we want to go today. This isn't the hiking club trail, which I kind of like. I mean, I like the hiking club trails too, but they're usually the most popular trails because, you know, people want to get that password. Again, letting her off leash so she can navigate her own way through it. Called That's why I can do that with her. Back down into the valley we go. I'm not sure if that bridge there is actually part of the trail or not, but we're gonna go check it out. It looks like it could impale something to death. So typically when I'm at Carley State Park, I tend to do the hiking club trail, which tends to ignore and miss a lot of these. So looks like we're right here. Not sure this is really a trail, but we are going to at least go check that little bridge thing out, and then we'll be back on the trail. I will. Because I can see, I'm gonna let her off leash. Here's the bridge. Looks like there might be a little trail over this way. Okay, see some metal here, so, Brew, come here. Brew. So we made it down that little area. Into the little tunnel. Huh. See that every day. So you'll notice at a lot of the Minnesota State Parks, back in the day, people just didn't care about really not polluting, obviously. Because there's old rusted metal cans, cars, all kinds of stuff in these parks. A little bridge we went under. I wouldn't recommend it for what it was. Going under there, it's kind of neat, but a lot of glass and broken bits. Hold. Here we go under. Hold. Okay. So, there's another culvert. The weird thing is, it did not say private property there. So, I mean, it says state park here, but then it says posted there, so I don't. This is part of the park trail, I thought. I actually think that Ravine River thing might be kind of the boundaries. But so right here, I think that's a sign that's supposed to say posted. But right here's the trail for the state park. And then up ahead there is posted. Looks like there's another bridge there. I can't worry about that one. It's probably as blah as the other one. But we might be able to get a better look somewhat close to it. You know, they're just little old bridges from way back when. See, nothing real special about them. And not really sure what this is supposed to be, but it's kind of weird that this trail is like literally right at the boundary. Probably that there's a little place next to this park where people park RVs. It's probably that land. They probably use it for hunting or whatnot. Not sure if there used to be a road there or something, because it seems very random to just have all these state park signs in the middle of the woods. So it looks like we reached the valley again, maybe. I'm not sure if you can see it, but over there is a hunting stand, or deer stand. Seems kind of weird to have it right next to a state park. But it's more of whatever these are. I can never remember the name of these things. They kind of look like it might be a weed I don't like, but I'm not sure. So this sign says there was a farmhouse right here. My bet is it was this. What is this little hole in the ground from the 1900s to the 1920s? And all that's left is the foundation. So that's kind of interesting. This used to be a farmstead, and now it's a state park. But take a right, Rue. We're gonna head back to the water. Here's that lookout with no view. At one time I'm sure it was a great lookout, but over here actually seems like it's a better lookout. And giant people might be able to get up and down that. I sure can't, but so yeah, you've noticed things different when you come back through a different way. Like right now, the lighting just happens to be right. But look at the texture of that wood on that tree. Kind of interesting. I think this trail used to be over that way. Or maybe that's just the skiing trail. Here, let's go down and check this out. Sometimes they're neat little things. More likely it's just a little fishing hole. It looks more like a fishing hole type. But so we're headed back across the river, and then we'll head up to the car. And Oh, this is Carley State Park. Not a whole heck of a lot of trails, but it's definitely known for the bluebells. Very beautiful sky out today. It looks like there's a dam starting right about there. I'm going to turn the phone off to get through this. So this is how erosion works. This is a very good detail because I assume at one time these stairs were actually level with the trail. Now, standing next to it, they're just below my hips. So if I want to go up and sit on that seat, I'm walking up there. So if you look right here, you can see, I guess, a wasp's nest, possibly a bird. And over there's a squirrel. Everyone's completely oblivious to. Not sure if you can even see all these, but look at all these saplings right here. Now out of all of these, only a few will make it to probably that size. Now right here, these are always my favorite types of parks. Maybe it reminds me of the Northwoods, I'm not quite sure, but you almost have to expect a moose or a bear to be lingering around the next corner. Oh, bear have been spotted recently, I don't think here, but and a moose was spotted in southwest Minnesota, made it all the way down to Iowa before turning around and heading back up north, but typically they don't come this far south. So that was Carley State Park. It's about maybe 6-7 miles worth of trails. Hiking's pretty, I would consider, somewhat easy. There are a few difficult spots, but if you want to see the bluebells, I would recommend going down to the picnic area if you don't want to hike too much, but they're kind of scattered throughout the entire park. But until next time, happy trails from Rue and I.